what the Black Monster Cup's going to focus on is kind of helping build out the amateur circuit first, and give players an opportunity to build up to the professional level. And once the amateur circuit gets to be quite successful, we'll then look to have a professional circuit getting built up in South Africa as well.
We're looking at Rage as the biggest gaming event to invest in. We are looking for different places to invest in, so that because gaming is one of our strong points that we're looking to grow in. We see gaming as a growth point in South Africa and globally. So once Rage is done, I mean, I'm gonna sit down with the team and look at avenues where we can invest in and ensure that we have a platform for gaming in South Africa.
But it's a bit too aspirational right now to say, okay, I'm going to not go to school, I'm going to focus on doing this. I think school and things are much more important right now, at least in South Africa, until the opportunities, like when Western Digital is bringing out the Black Monster Cup, when that starts to get bigger and more built out, then they can start considering, like, yeah, I should start look to becoming a professional player. And they just have to practice a lot. They have to be really good. It's hard. The infrastructure that's set up in South Africa makes it difficult to compete with the best players in Europe or the best players in America. But so I think you need to look at building out the local scene first. So there's something like 88 million people play League of Legends globally, and in order to stay at the top, you have to constantly play and constantly be on top form, because there's so many kids out there that want to just take my job if they can do it. So I have to constantly be playing. I wake up at like 8, 9 a.m. in the morning, and then I start playing at about 11 o'clock, and I'm playing until 10 p.m., 9 p.m. It's like a full-time job. I have to play constantly to stay at the top. League of Legends, the game, is not the most demanding game on the market, which is why it's one of the reasons it has such a global appeal among the world. It's not that hard to put a rig together and start playing it. Where games like other big games like Crisis, when it first came out, only so many people could play it. It's not necessarily like that for League of Legends. I think, in terms of specs, the minimum specs are on their website. You just need appropriate processor and all that thing. It's not an intensive game to get into, so I think you don't have to really focus on the building an amazing rig or something like that. So do you know the cartoon, the Peanuts cartoon?
Yeah.
The Charlie Brown one? That's essentially where it came from. My favorite cartoon. Picked up the name Snoopeh, and I just had to change it for copyright reasons. So I have a EH on the end and not just a Y for copyright issues. It was a unique thing that happened about 2 years ago. We were on the world stage, and I used to just stare down the camera and not say anything or anything, just stare down the camera for about 2 minutes. And that's what I used to do all the time. I stopped doing it now, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to give it to you. But used to just stare down the camera.